Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Julia, the gringa living in Chile. If you don't know me, that's exactly what I am. Just a gringa living here in Chile, sharing my experiences and thoughts about it. I have so many people always asking me, do you like Chile? What do you miss about the US? Do you miss the US? And things like that. So it got me thinking, and I was like, what do I miss about the US? And then it got me thinking, what would I miss about Chile if I were to leave? I'm not going to leave, but if I were to leave Chile, what would I miss? So that is today's video. I will be going into what I miss about the US and what I would miss if I left Chile. So let's get into it. So first off, with the US, I did not have really any family support or really very many friends there either. So there's not going to be a lot of things related to that I will say that I miss because I just didn't have it. It wasn't a part of my life there. But I will say one of the first things that comes to mind is small towns in the US and like the country lifestyle in the US. There is like small towns and country lifestyle here in Chile too, but the vibes and like the feeling that you get living in a small town in the US is like very distinct and very unique. I do miss that. I do miss like the very closeness and like the kind of culture that they have in their small towns. And I really miss the rodeos in the small towns. Yeah, like I am Southern heart through and through, like country girl through and through, no city girl in me whatsoever. So I do miss the rodeos and like watching that. Yes, we have rodeos here in Chile, but they function a lot differently and there's like different activities. They're not the same concept at all. Another big one is the seasons are the opposite in the US to what they are here in Chile. So you can imagine I lived like 24 years of life in the US with snowy winter Christmas and like beautiful summers and like now it's opposite here, and that can feel really weird to me because I feel like without snow, it's like a really weird feeling on Christmas. And like last year we had our Christmas celebration and we went outside and went swimming. It's really fun in that sense because like my kids get to enjoy like the summer and like we can get them summer toys for Christmas that they can play with outside, but it's still really weird. And it's something I have to get used to here. Aside from all of that like lifestyle stuff, of course, there are restaurants and things like that I miss from the US, but it's not like that bad. I think the addiction type of feeling to those things, it really just comes from them being accessible. Like now that I don't really have them around, I might think about like a good restaurant every 6 months or something, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I want to go there like every day. No, I'm fine. Like, and the fact that it's just not available, like you just kind of have to radically accept that and be like, that sucks. Like, yeah, I want that food, but it's not here, so get over it. You know, like it didn't bother me that much, but sometimes I do think about it and I'm like, I want some Chick-fil-A. Now let's move on to the things I would actually miss about Chile if I were to leave. And let me make it so clear, I am never leaving Chile. You guys are stuck with me. First of all, this kind of goes for like all of Latin America, but the way that Latinas and Latinos protect each other and like take care of each other is a really special thing that you will not find in the US. Now, if you're in the US and you are Latino, and let's say like, I have an example. We went to Mexican restaurants a lot in the US, and although my husband is clearly not Mexican, he would speak Spanish with them. They would always give us like extra chips and queso or extra whatever just because my husband was Latino and spoke Spanish. Like, they take care of each other, and I really love to see that, and I think it's a really special part of the culture here that everybody just kind of has your back. The next one kind of goes along with that, but it's like how valued family is here in Chile. I really love that. I love that we have the Sunday lunch with our family, and like everybody works hard to stay close to each other. We really don't have a lot of fights and problems. Like, it's a very healthy, functioning family. which is unique because in the US, a lot of families do not function like that. A lot of families barely eat dinner together. Like most of them are sitting on the couch watching TV. So I really do appreciate that portion of our culture here as well. And I really love just the closeness of family, especially extended family. Now, the next one, I know you guys know, I'm a country girl. I want to have a farm someday with some animals. Not like a huge one, but like, some goats, some horses, maybe a garden, things like that. So I do want to build up some land for our family and do that with my kids. And that lifestyle here in Chile is much more achievable than it ever would be in the US. And just like the cost of a horse here in Chile is actually a lot cheaper than they are in the US. In the US, you are going to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just for the horse, and then you have to like build the fence for it and the barn and everything. So yeah, it's much more achievable here in Chile. So I do appreciate that because I can finally like see our family dream like off in the distance. Like I can see our house on our land with our animals, and I'm like, we're gonna make it, we're gonna get there. But when I was living in the US, I was like, oh my gosh, this is never gonna happen. Like I have to let it go. But no, actually, we just had to move. And now that actually is something that is achievable for us. And I think we'll get there. Of course, what would this video be if I didn't talk about the food I would miss from Chile? Because girl, I would miss that food. First of all, ramitas. Oh, I would miss my ramitas desperately. Second, Watts orange juice, the nectar orange juice, the sugar-free one. So good. I could drink like 6 bottles of that a week. Amazing. Next one, queso empanadas, but they have to be the fried ones, not the baked ones. The fried ones are superior and they're amazing. Next one would just be like all of the very like common Chilean meals like porotos or cazuelo or anything like that. Yeah. I would desperately miss those things. Yeah, kind of going back to my older point, obviously, if we were to leave Chile, we're not. If we were to leave Chile, we would obviously like desperately miss our family. That was the number one reason we came to Chile. All of our family is here. All of our support is here. So we can't live without them now. Like, it's just a part of our life now. I can't imagine going somewhere and they aren't with us. So that is a huge part of it, and I would desperately miss them. I just would miss them too. I mean, our boys have had such the blessing of getting to have a really close relationship with their grandparents and their aunt and everybody like that. So it has been so special, and I can't imagine leaving that behind like it's nothing, because it is the whole world. That is the most important thing. Also might surprise you, but I would actually miss the language. I know, like, I'm still not fluent in the language, but I think that's what would make me miss it the most. Is I do enjoy having the opportunity to speak with people and listen to people and practice with people. But if I were to leave, I probably really wouldn't have that opportunity. Like, there's no driving factor for me to continue learning, and I would probably lose a lot of my language if I left, and I really don't want to lose it. Like, I see so much value in being bilingual and understanding so many cultures, things like that. Like, that lifestyle is very appealing to me, and so I don't want to lose it. I don't want to leave it behind, and although it's a really big challenge to learn a foreign language, as a lot of us understand, I enjoy it and I appreciate it, and the opportunity is a great one that I don't want to take advantage of. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling, but those are some of like the biggest ones that stand out to me of things that I would really miss if I left Chile. And of course, some of the conversation was about things that I missed from the US, but I really think I have a lot more to lose if I left Chile than leaving the US. So definitely not planning to leave Chile. You couldn't convince me. You couldn't pay enough money to get me out of here. I love it. I just want to be here forever. No plans to leave. Never ever. And let me mention, a lot of people have questions like, what if your kids want to leave Chile when they're older, like adults? I'm fine with that. Like, of course, like as a mom, you don't want to be separated from your kids and have them in another country, of course. But the blessing of our boys being born in the US is they are dual citizens. So very lucky for them. Their journey would probably be much easier for them to go and live in the US if they wanted to, or they could go anywhere in the world. I really don't care. But yeah, they are dual citizens, so they have US citizenship. So they wouldn't have to work with any visa paperwork or anything like that. They are welcome to be in the US. But of course, like the finances and things like that, they're tough, but who knows what they'll be in 10, 20 years from now. So that's a conversation for a different day. Of course, I would prepare my boys as much as possible before they went. But ultimately, my job as a mom is to raise them to be able to make decisions for themselves and to know what is best for their life. I am not raising them to control them as adults. Like, my job and my purpose is not to control them. It's to raise them to make responsible decisions in their adult life. So that's exactly what we're working on now. But yeah, I have no problem if they want to leave the country and go do an adventure in the US or Italy or Europe or wherever they want to go. Like, of course, I will do my best to support that and prepare them for it. That's all I have for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way through, leave an animal emoji down below. I'd love to see it. Show me your favorite animal emoji, okay? I'll be looking for them. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe down below. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers, and I'm really hoping to get there by the end of next week. If you could help us achieve that, I would appreciate you so much. And of course, leave a like down there as well. Just a little thumbs up. That helps me out so much with the algorithm as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao.